sources, where the initial, almost breathless hype often transitions into a more nuanced and sometimes fearful public discourse as the technology matures and its implications become clearer.
That makes sense.
And this directly connects to earlier interests from the conspiracy section, such as simulation theory and the holographic universe, hinting at the profound potential for AI to not just create, but perhaps even reveal such realities, blurring the lines between the digital and the truly real.
That's a critical point. It seems Michael is not just observing AI, but actively processing its potential to fundamentally alter our perception of reality, much like his earlier inquiries into conspiracy theories. It's almost a meta conspiracy, isn't it? The idea that AI could be the very thing that either creates or exposes the simulation we might be living in.
Absolutely. There's a profound feedback loop there. If you're predisposed to question reality, AI offers a very tangible technological mechanism through which those questions could be answered or even actualized. It provides a contemporary high-tech lens for ancient philosophical questions about the nature of existence.
So we've navigated the esoteric, the conspiratorial, and the futuristic, and then, quite abruptly, out of left field, we hit this incredibly detailed, almost clinical deep dive into male physiology.
Now, that sounds like a shift.
Talk about a left turn. It's a stark, almost jarring contrast to the grand, speculative themes of the broader interest Tornado, but equally fascinating in its thoroughness. This segment, drawing specifically from the post titled "How Big is the Average Penis?" and Other Male Questions Answered, gives us a surprisingly detailed, fact-based look at the male body, cutting through myths and anxieties with scientific precision.
This section certainly stands out dramatically from the other categories within Michael's interest Tornado, yet it provides a comprehensive, almost clinical overview of male health. It's a good reminder that even within a very personal digital space, there's room for purely informational content, often addressing common curiosities and even demystifying sensitive topics that are often shrouded in embarrassment or misinformation.
Yeah, it feels very different.
The source is structured remarkably logically, moving from the mechanics of erections to the intricate composition of semen, then branching out to broader male health issues, the stages of puberty, and finally, specific facts about penis size. It aims to be a purely educational resource, which, as you say, is quite a shift from the previous, more speculative sections.
Let's start with some of the most common yet often misunderstood aspects of male physiology. Erections. First, unexpected erections are a perfectly normal biological phenomenon.
Good to clarify.
They are primarily caused by a sudden surge of testosterone in the body, particularly pronounced during puberty. It's really important to note that teenagers, or even adults, don't need to be having sexual thoughts to experience an erection. It's a natural, involuntary hormonal and physiological response. These similar spontaneous surges can happen in adults too, indicating it's not exclusively a teenage experience, but a broader aspect of male physiology.
So biology doing its thing.
Exactly. Then there's the widely recognized phenomenon of morning wood, or nocturnal penile tumescence. This too has clear and fascinating physiological reasons. Testosterone levels are typically at their highest in the morning, often just before waking up.
The morning peak.
During sleep, fewer inhibitors of penile erection are released in the brain, which allows testosterone to reach these elevated levels more effectively. Specifically, studies show the highest testosterone levels, and consequently the most pronounced morning erections, often occur after REM sleep, the stage where dreams are most vivid.
Connection to REM sleep. Interesting.
It's a completely natural and healthy sign of proper vascular and hormonal function within the male body.
This detailed explanation truly helps to demystify these natural biological processes, addressing common experiences many men have but might not fully understand. The specific role of nitric oxide, for example, is particularly interesting here.
How does that work?
Well, this potent signaling molecule plays a crucial role by relaxing smooth muscles in the groin, allowing for increased blood flow into the penis, which is the physical basis for an erection. This precise biochemical explanation provides a fascinating and accurate understanding of how erections physically occur, moving beyond assumptions or folklore.
So it's actual chemistry.
Exactly. It takes something often shrouded in mystery or even embarrassment and clarifies it with clear scientific facts.
Moving on to the process of ejaculation, we often hear about wet dreams, which are indeed common during puberty, but can certainly happen in adults as well. They occur due to a natural balancing of hormones, brain stimulation, and genital development during puberty.
Another normal part of development.
Interestingly, the source notes a surprising detail. Frequent orgasms during waking hours could actually reduce the occurrence of wet dreams. Furthermore, they can sometimes serve as a coping mechanism for stress, either during puberty or later in life, highlighting a subtle psychological component to this physiological event.
So, not just purely physical then.
Right, it's not just plumbing. Premature ejaculation is another common concern, affecting a significant portion of the male population, estimated to be about 33% of men aged 1859.
That's a pretty high percentage.
It is. Possible causes are diverse, including a serotonin imbalance in the brain, age, general stress, or depression. Fortunately, there are various potential treatments available, which is reassuring for those affected. These can include topical creams and sprays that can desensitize, prescription medication to help control timing, or behavioral therapy, which teaches techniques and strategies to prolong ejaculation.
So, options exist, which is important.
The key is understanding it's a treatable condition, not a permanent affliction. On the flip side, we have delayed ejaculation, which is defined as ejaculation that takes 30-45 minutes or longer to achieve after sexual activity.
The opposite problem.
Its causes can range from psychological trauma and blocked ducts to nerve damage or even certain prescription drugs. It's crucial to emphasize here that if you're experiencing delayed ejaculation, it's really important to discuss it with a medical professional, as it could indicate an underlying health issue that requires attention.
Always best to check with a doctor.
Understanding the potential causes is the first step towards finding a solution.
This section provides essential context and detail, effectively normalizing common experiences like wet dreams, premature ejaculation, and delayed ejaculation. By laying out the possible causes and available treatments, it actively encourages a proactive and informed approach to male sexual health.
Reducing the stigma.
Exactly. This raises an important question for you, the listener. How can we, as a society, better foster open, non-judgmental conversations of these common issues to reduce stigma and promote health-seeking behaviors? Providing clear, factual information like this in an accessible manner is a crucial first step in empowering individuals to understand their bodies and address concerns without shame or embarrassment.
Moving deeper into the biology, let's look at the intricate composition and function of semen and sperm. Here's a surprising fact that often catches people off guard. Only a tiny fraction, about 1 to 5% of semen, is actually sperm.
Wow, really? Only 1%?
Yeah. The vast majority, around 70%, is a yellowish fluid produced by the seminal vesicles. This fluid is remarkably complex, containing water, sugar, fructose for energy, proteins, enzymes, and mucus, all crucial for nourishing and transporting the sperm on their journey.
So it's mostly the transport medium and fuel.
Semen also includes additional fluid from the prostate gland and lubrication from the bulbourethral glands, all working in concert to create the ideal environment for sperm.
A complex cocktail.
In terms of sperm count and production, men are truly remarkably prolific. There are typically an astounding 100 million sperm release per ejaculation.
100 million.
The testicles generate several million new sperm daily, which adds up to an incredible 8 billion new sperm by the end of just one spermatogenesis cycle, which takes about 74 days.
That's astronomical production.
This extremely high rate of production means that men never truly run out of sperm, unless affected by a specific disease or disorder, which is an important and often reassuring fact for many. The male reproductive system is designed for continuous, abundant production.
Good to know.
When it comes to ejaculation speed and the subsequent sperm journey, there's another intriguing statistic. The average ejaculation speed is a brisk 28 miles per hour.
28 miles per hour, like a car in a school zone.
Exactly. To put that in perspective, that's faster than the speed limit in many residential neighborhoods. However, it's important to note that this initial speed slows down immediately after ejaculation once outside the body.
Oh, because it's a launch speed.
Right. Once released, sperm embark on a truly competitive journey that can take anywhere from 30 minutes to a full 24 hours to reach the egg within the female reproductive tract. And out of the millions that begin this race, only one will successfully fertilize it.
The ultimate race.
It's a testament to both speed and endurance, and a truly microscopic yet profoundly significant race for life.
What's truly fascinating here are these precise biological details and the sheer scale of male reproductive capability. The fact that only 1 to 5% of semen is actual sperm, combined with that impressive 28 mile per hour ejaculation speed, highlights the incredible efficiency and complexity of the entire process.
It really puts things in perspective.
This granular level of detail really helps to demystify some of the more abstract aspects of reproduction, providing quantifiable data that often surprises people and challenges common assumptions. Understanding these intricacies can shift perspectives from a purely functional understanding to a deeper appreciation of the biological marvel that is the human reproductive system, making the abstract concept of fertility and conception much more concrete and, frankly, awe-inspiring.
Beyond reproduction, the sources touch on a range of other common male health and developmental topics that are often subjects of curiosity. Let's talk about baldness.
Ah, a common concern.
Male pattern baldness, or androgenetic alopecia, is a widespread condition primarily caused by genetics, affecting a significant portion, around 30-50% of men by middle age. It's fundamentally linked to a genetic sensitivity to dihydrotestosterone, or DHT, a potent form of testosterone.
The DHT hormone.
DHT causes hair follicles to shrink over time, leading to thinning and eventual hair loss in characteristic patterns. The good news is that medical science offers several treatments. Minoxidil, commonly known as Rogaine, is a topical treatment applied to the scalp that can stimulate hair growth. Finasteride is an oral pill that works by suppressing DHT production.
The main pharmaceutical approaches.
More advanced options include platelet-rich plasma, or PRP, injections, which use a patient's own blood components to stimulate hair growth, and hair transplants, which involve surgically moving healthy hair follicles from one part of the scalp to bald spots for a more permanent solution.
So, from topical to surgical options.
Next, let's look at puberty onset. This varies significantly between individuals, with some boys starting as early as 8 and others as late as 14, influenced by a complex interplay of genetics and environment.
A wide range.
What's particularly noteworthy, and a subject of ongoing research, is that the average age of onset has actually decreased over time, a trend that warrants considerable attention.
That's a significant trend. Why is that?
Possible causes for this earlier onset are multifactorial. These include exposure to synthetic chemicals in the environment, often called endocrine disruptors, which can interfere with hormone regulation. Higher stress levels, often a byproduct of developing cities or fast-paced modern societies, are also implicated, as chronic stress can impact physiological development.
Environmental and social factors.
Additionally, childhood obesity is a significant factor, as increased body fat can affect hormone regulation and lead to earlier puberty. This illustrates how our environment is intricately linked to our biological development.
Our surroundings influencing our biology directly.
And finally, the voice change during puberty. This is a fascinating physiological process directly driven by the surge in testosterone. Testosterone signals the voice box, or larynx, to undergo significant changes. The cartilage in the voice box grows, the vocal cords become longer and thicker, and the entire larynx moves down in the neck, all contributing to a lower and deeper voice.
The mechanics of the voice drop.
The occasional voice cracking that many boys experience during this period occurs simply because the brain and vocal muscles are adjusting to these rapid physical changes in the vocal apparatus. It's a temporary normal stage as the body adapts to its new vocal capabilities.
Just the system recalibrating.
It's also interesting to note that this isn't unique to humans. Male apes and other animals also experience distinct vocal changes during puberty, highlighting it as a broader biological phenomenon in many species, often signaling maturity and reproductive readiness.
A shared biological marker across species. Interesting. This section effectively highlights how fundamental biological development is not solely genetic, but is significantly influenced by external factors, ranging from environmental chemicals to lifestyle stressors. The trend of earlier puberty, for example, is a substantial public health discussion because of its potential long-term implications.
Right, it has knock-on effects.
This raises an important question for you, the listener. How much are these modern environmental and social factors truly impacting fundamental biological processes, and what are the long-term implications for male health and development? It pushes us to consider the intricate interplay between our inherent biology and the increasingly complex human-modified world we inhabit, suggesting that what we consider natural is constantly being shaped and challenged by our environment.
Now let's tackle a topic that garners considerable curiosity, often unfortunately mixed with misinformation and anxiety. Penis size.
Okay, addressing the elephant in the room, so to speak.
The data from our sources provides clear, evidence-based averages, helping to set the record straight. Erect, the average size ranges from 5.1 to 5.5 inches, or 13 to 14 centimeters. When flaccid, the average is 3.61 inches, or 9.2 centimeters.
Good to have the actual numbers.
It's critically important to note that studies consistently show men tend to significantly overestimate average size, often leading to unnecessary anxiety and self consciousness. This factual data helps to ground expectations in reality.
Perception versus reality is key here.
Interestingly, there's been an observed, albeit slight, increase in average penis size over time. Potential contributing factors include the earlier onset of puberty, which we just discussed, and larger body sizes overall, possibly due to better access to nutrition and the presence of hormone-altering substances in our environment, echoing themes from earlier in our discussion about environmental impacts.
So, possibly linked to those same environmental factors again.
Could be, but the crucial question remains, and it's one that preoccupies many. Does size truly matter?
The $1,000,000 question.
According to the source and a broad body of scientific literature, the answer is a resounding no, not for function, pleasure, or desirability. In fact, studies suggest that women actually prefer average to slightly above average sizes, directly debunking the widespread and often anxiety inducing myth that bigger is always better.
That's a really important message to get across.
It's a powerful message of reassurance and self acceptance. For those interested in penis enlargement methods, the source reviews several common options and critically evaluates their efficacy. Penis pumps can provide a temporary increase in size through suction, but the effects are generally not lasting and require consistent use.
Temporary fix.
Joking, which involves manual stretching exercises, has absolutely no scientific evidence to support its claims of increasing size and can even cause injury.
Sounds risky and unproven.
Surgical implantation offers a permanent increase in girth and sometimes length, but it comes with a high cost, is often not covered by insurance, and involves a painful, lengthy recovery period with potential complications.
High cost, high risk.
Overall, the consensus across medical communities, reinforced by this source, is that there's a general lack of safe, effective, and widely recommended methods for permanent enlargement. Buyer beware, as the saying goes.
So, mostly myths and risky procedures.
Moving to other penis-related facts, let's directly debunk a common and persistent myth. There is absolutely no correlation between foot size and penis size.
Finally putting that one to bed.
This is an old wives' tale with no basis in biological reality, often perpetuated by locker room jokes rather than science.
Good riddance to that myth.
Peyronie's disease is a distinct medical condition where scar tissue, known as plaque, develops on the penis, causing a noticeable curvature, sometimes a shortening, and often pain during erections.
That sounds painful and distressing.
It can lead to difficulty having sex and, in some cases, significant psychological distress. Treatments for Peyronie's disease range from traction therapy, which aims to stretch and straighten the penis, various medications injected directly into the plaque or taken orally, or, in more severe cases, surgery to remove the plaque or reshape the penis. Early diagnosis and intervention are key.
Important to seek medical help for that one.
Erectile dysfunction, or ED, is another very common concern, affecting a significant number of men globally. It impacts 30 million men in the U.S. alone, and approximately 40% of men globally by age 40.
Very common indeed.
The possible causes are diverse, ranging from chronic gum disease, which has been linked to systemic inflammation and heart disease, to high blood pressure, high blood sugar, or diabetes, all of which can impair blood flow and nerve function.
Often linked to other health conditions then.
Exactly. The source stresses the profound importance of consulting a doctor if you're experiencing ED, as it can be an early warning sign of underlying health issues that require medical attention, not just a problem in the bedroom.
A potential health indicator.
The foreskin, for uncircumcised men, is an anatomical feature consisting of a double layer of skin and mucous membrane that covers the head of the penis. Possible functions include protection from dust, particulates, and even insect bites.
Basic protection.
From a public health perspective, studies have shown that uncircumcised men have a higher risk of contracting HIV, and circumcision has been shown to reduce HIV risk by approximately 60% in certain populations.
The health debate around circumcision.
There's also a surprising and rather bizarre historical detail. Circumcision was once controversially believed in some societies to cure antisocial behavior and even paralysis.
Wow, seriously.
Paralysis.
Which just starkly shows how much our understanding of medicine, anatomy, and social behavior has evolved from ancient, sometimes superstitious beliefs.
Shows how far medical understanding has come. The testes location outside the body also has a crucial evolutionary reason. It's designed to maintain a cooler temperature, typically 2 to 3 degrees Celsius lower than core body temperature, which is absolutely essential for optimal sperm production and viability.
Keeping the factory cool.
The body has a built in mechanism for temperature regulation. Cremaster muscles play a key role in pulling the testicles closer to the groin for warmth when needed, such as in cold environments, or relaxing to allow them to hang lower and cool when it's warm.
Clever biological thermostat.
Finally, the age old, somewhat lighthearted query: boxers or briefs?
The eternal question.
The source addresses this common question directly. While briefs may cause a slight increase in testicular temperature due to closer fit, extensive research has shown they have no significant impact on sperm production or overall fertility.
So it doesn't really matter for fertility.
Apparently, not significantly. The choice ultimately depends on individual preference, with briefs offering better support during physical activity, while boxers typically provide better airflow and a looser fit. So, really, it comes down to what feels most comfortable and suitable for your daily activities.
Comfort wins out. Good to know.
Yeah.
This is truly where the direct, practical health information within Michael's Intrastornado really shines, cutting through myths and anxieties with clear, evidence-based facts. The data on average size, the precise debunking of widespread misconceptions like the correlation between foot size and penis size, and the clear, actionable advice on conditions like ED and Peyronie's disease are incredibly valuable for you, the listener.
Just getting the facts straight.
Exactly. This raises an important question. How can we, as a society, better disseminate accurate, fact-based health information to counteract prevalent misinformation, especially on sensitive topics, and empower individuals to make truly informed health decisions about their own bodies?
A huge challenge.
One key takeaway is the profound importance of understanding and accepting the natural variations in male bodies. While concerns about these aspects are natural and understandable, it's crucial to remember that they absolutely do not define a man's worth or masculinity. This section provides the scientific grounding to move beyond societal pressures and embrace self-acceptance and a proactive approach to one's health.
And as we step back from this granular detail, one key takeaway emerges about the very nature of this particular source, even amidst Michael's wild intrastornado of grand conspiracies and ancient mysteries.
Yeah. What's that?
Its methodical, almost clinical approach to such personal subjects underscores a fundamental human need to demystify our own biology, to arm ourselves with facts against a tide of misinformation and societal pressures. It's almost as if Michael felt compelled to bring the same rigorous documentation to all his curiosities, no matter how disparate.
I see.
Highlighting a universal human desire for clarity and understanding, even in the most intimate areas of our lives.
That's a brilliant observation. It suggests a consistent intellectual framework, perhaps, where the same impulse to uncover the truth applies whether you're looking at global conspiracies or the intricate workings of the human body. It reinforces the idea that true curiosity is comprehensive, leaving no stone unturned, even if the stones themselves are wildly different in nature.
Well, that was truly a journey through one person's profoundly curated digital universe. From the deepest conspiracies and ancient wisdom to the intricate microscopic details of male biology and the rapidly evolving landscape of AI, Michael's Crabtree.biz is certainly, well, unique in its blend of curiosity and compilation.
Unique is definitely the word.
It shows us how a single individual can create a sprawling digital archive that reflects a deeply personal, unfiltered quest for understanding across an astonishing and often surprising array of subjects. So, what does this all mean for you, the listener? It's a powerful reminder, I think, of the incredible diversity of information available online, the very personal and unique ways individuals navigate and interpret it, and the ongoing importance of both broad curiosity and critical evaluation in making sense of the digital world.
Curiosity and critical thinking.
It truly highlights the human impulse to question, to seek, and to categorize, even when the categories themselves are as wild and varied as an intrastornado. It's a testament to the boundless nature of human inquiry.
And zooming out for a moment, this deep dive shows us how digital spaces can become profound reflections of individual interest tornadoes, blending personal curiosity with vast external sources, often without a clear external filter.
Right, like a mirror to the mind.
This raises an important question for you. In an era of infinite information, where does the responsibility lie for synthesizing diverse perspectives into a coherent understanding? And how do we cultivate the discernment to appreciate varied viewpoints while maintaining a grounding in verifiable facts?
That's the ongoing challenge, isn't it?
The challenge is to avoid feeling overwhelmed Instead, perhaps, to learn from such eclectic journeys how to better navigate your own pursuit of knowledge with both an open mind and a critical eye. As we wrap up this deep dive, here's a thought for you to chew on. If every individual's online footprint is a unique interest tornado like Michael's, what does your digital footprint say about your deepest curiosities and quest for knowledge? And what surprising juxtapositions might an outsider find there if they took a deep dive into your sources? Something to ponder. We'll leave you with that intriguing question. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and stay curious.
When Caitlin Clark retires from the WNBA, she's going to work at a Waffle House so she can